Alright. Okay, let's do this. Fucking trying this again. Hopefully this will work. Alright, I just got to start it again because I need to buff France because otherwise they're not going to win the war against Germany. Damn, what the fuck? I'll just laid back, because I'm not sure how many days I lost there. The focuses. What am I attempting? Well, two things. Actually, really just one thing. I'm hoping that the German Empire falls to the French, so that I can take over as the German state. Because you can do that as the Baltic state. Because this is the Baltic state, as nationalist populists are. It was essentially German-controlled. Baltic state, I guess, Baltic Duchy. So once Germany falls, the Baltic state and really all of Germany's puppets are released. So I'll be completely independent, and it'll give me the opportunity to invade Germany, communard-controlled Germany. And the hope is that I take Berlin. Yeah, no, I imagine so. Well, the goal is to defeat the Russians. I don't know if that's possible. Like, if you can capitulate the Germans separately. I mean, sorry, Russians separately. That's what I meant. Because if you can capitulate the Russians separately, then you can probably, you might be able to use Russian manpower if you can, if you have enough manpower of your own to garrison Russia or the factories to produce spy agency, so that you could, like, you know what I mean? So you could reduce resistance, but that wouldn't increase compliance. I don't know. It's tough. Tough to balance that, because you've only got so many resources as the Baltic state. I think my main issue right now, I mean, like, I've had 2 attempts so far. I've been, like, pretty much single-handedly, like, able to capitulate the Russians. The Russians are pretty easy. What's difficult is trying to get France to actually win against Germany, which they never do. That's the main issue. Like, France has a massive issue, like, winning against the Germans, because they get fucked over by the Entente, usually. Naval invading their western and southern coasts, and once they do, like, the French don't have enough manpower to actually, like, to respond. So, what I did, and perhaps this might screw me in the end, what I did was I gave the French some modifiers. I buffed the French, hoping that they could win this war. Yeah, no, it's going to be tough for sure. Well, actually, it's not. I'm not sure if it's going to be tough. I don't know. Like I said, Russia's pretty easy to deal with, but France is like something I'm not entirely sure about because they can't seem to get past Germany. So I'm hoping Germany falls apart. Like there's no at least I haven't checked, but I don't think there are any game rules to weaken Germany. I wish there were. How far did I get in previous attempts? Well, usually, like in my last two attempts, I defeated Russia. But by the time I think the problem is if you defeat Russia too quickly, Germany won't fall. Right? Because Germany sends a significant amount of forces, and also the AI, like a lot of the puppet troops, usually move to the eastern front. If you defeat the Russians, all the troops move to the western front, and they defeat like France within like a couple of months. That's something I want to avoid. So there's a sweet spot where like if I can get Germany to fall apart, and Russia to fall apart um, at the right time within a month of each event, of each capitulation. Hopefully, I should be able to defeat the French. By that point, what's the mod? It's Kaiserreich. It's the universe where the Germans win World War One. Which country near Poland? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Lithuania? No, no. So these countries on the eastern front of Germany, they're puppets. I can't remember what the treaty was called, but after World War One, or at least when the Russians felt a revolution, they had a peace treaty. Brest-Litovsk, I think it's called. Yeah, where the Baltic, Duchy, Lithuania, White Ruthenia, and Ukraine were created as buffer states between Germany and Russia. But they're effectively puppets of the German sphere of influence. Austria and Poland. Oh, you're talking about these guys. Galicia, Lodomeria. No, Galicia, Lodomeria stays as a part of Austria. I mean, it really depends. I think if Poland picks a certain king, so like let's say they pick a von Habsburg, they can actually request Galicia, Lodomeria and annex like all of this. Otherwise, they won't usually get it. I mean, it really depends. It depends on what happens, because sometimes wouldn't they rebel soon? They rebel against Austria. Sometimes it depends. It depends on what happens during the Augsgleich. So there's this conference that happens between all of the Austrian puppets, where like the Austrians have the choice to either bring the Hungarians or like everyone into the Augsgleich, and if they bring everyone into the Augsgleich and piss off the Hungarians, they can, and they win the war against the Hungarians, they can form a federation called the Danube Federation, which is essentially like a pluralist state. Yeah, it is. It is random, very, very random. France is justifying. Okay. I mean, it's not completely random. There are some things that are guaranteed to happen. Like, for example, the Commune of France and Germany are always going to be at war at a certain point, usually 1939. Because France demands Alsace-Lorraine, and then Germany refuses, so they start a war. And also, sometimes they can be at war when France demands Haute-Savoie. Yeah, no, definitely. Like war is always going to happen. This is a World War II game. Even if it is in a bit of a weird universe, it's always going to happen. Usually what happens is Russia, like regardless of who rules Russia, usually Russia takes advantage and declares war on Germany to take back their Western possessions. So even like the democracies will declare war on Germany. That's one of the things that I like about this mod. Like democracies are not, they're not like in a base game where they're afraid to declare war. Like they are going to declare war if there's a reason for it. Like irredentism can exist in a lot of democracies in this universe. Like for example, because you can see, because France and England, Britain, lost the First World War, they fell to a communist revolution. And so essentially what happened was the royal family fled from Britain and fled to Canada. And so now Canada is like the main, is the, is I guess the leader of the Entente, the old Entente, with the kingdom, oh sorry, the Republic of France in Africa. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, and of course, Britain and France lost all of their colonies in Central Africa after the communist revolution. So you've got like Hermann von Goering um, as the leader, the governor of Metal Africa. Which, depending on what happens, like if Hermann von Goering survives until 1938, usually Africa starts to. In this universe, yeah, essentially, like 9 times out of 10, the United States, because they didn't join the First World War, the Depression hits the United States much earlier. And Herbert Hoover also makes it into like his third term, I think, as president. So yeah, essentially. Oh, and in this universe, also the federal government um, i- is taken over by Douglas MacArthur. So he's now the president. Sorry, the commander in chief of the remaining government of the United States of America, which is pretty cool. And there's also a pretty interesting thing with him where, like, if you once you win the war, he can actually choose to stay as like the commander in chief and like get rid of democracy. Yeah. Nice. All right, we finished those guys off. So now the Forest Brothers are gone. We're not dealing with rebellions anymore. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so they're paternal autocratic. So I think they've gone down the Showa restoration. Oh, sorry. So essentially, because the Baltic state is made up of like loads of people like Livonians and Estonians. The Livonians and Estonians try to revolt against us. The Baltic state is led by a German elite. So yeah, and not even and a very like oppressive German elite as well. Yeah, they're very they're kind of like the Nazis of this universe. These guys. So their ideology is national populism, which is this universe's version of like National Socialism, which of course is fascism, and the worst kind of fascism as well. That's why they're rebelling. Yeah. The Baltic Brotherhood follows its own firebrand ideology, an eclectic mutation of radical Christianity and Baltic German exceptionalism. It is a millenarian the religious movement which proclaims a new reading of the Bible and calls for restoration of Christian morality across all of Europe. In the Baltic German nation, it sees a history of religious warfare and stalwart faith, and so believes that their purpose is to champion this rebirth of Christianity in the face of Eastern and syndicalist onslaught. Fanatically loyal to pan-Germanism, the Brotherhood believes that Germany's role should be to lead Europe in this crusade, and so its goal is to turn the Baltics into a model province for the national revival from where the flame can be brought to Germany. In practice, its regime is totalitarian, fanatically dedicated to Christian ideals, and heavily militaristic. So it's kind of like a very yeah, like Christian fascism essentially. Germany still have a two-front war. Yes, they'll almost always have a two-front war against France and Russia. Usually they win against both. It's I mean, unless you buff the commune and Russia, you're probably going to find Germany winning these wars, because the territories that they take and they puppet. Yeah. But like I say, a lot of things also change. Like are also very different. So it depends. Like if Italy turns into a fascist state under I can't remember the guy's name. I think it's Italo Balbo. But if Italo Balbo takes over Italy, he can. Austria stays out of Italian affairs, so they remove their any guarantees that they have on Italy.
Oh, you look so funny. You look like...
You see this? This is the Augsgleich War. Something's happening here. That's weird. So it's what? Oh, maybe there might be some like Hungarian troops trapped here, and that might be what's happening. Baltic state. Am I trying to gain independence or trying to stay loyal? Depends on what happens. So I think the main thing is the only way you can actually gain independence if Germany gets capitulated. Otherwise, it's pretty much impossible. They lock. Like changing autonomy level, you can't do that like in the base game. So you're always going to be what am I at? Always going to be an Oststaat, but an eastern state. Integrated puppet, not really. I can't remember what the base game puppet states are like. You've got, what do you have? You have occupied puppet, integrated puppet. Integrated puppet. I think this is kind of on the same level as an integrated puppet. Yeah, you can't really do anything, no. It's, though, like I said, you can gain independence if the French win and capitulate the German state. Once the Germans fall apart, then you're golden. The goal right now for me, at least in regards to the to the Russians, is to try and take as much territory for myself and capitulate them soon after the capitulation of the Germans. I have to time this very carefully, essentially, because I want to gain my independence from Germany when they fall apart. But I also want to make the Russians capitulate so I don't have to fight a two-war front, and I can dedicate most of my troops to the west. Yeah, essentially, I want to, because when Germany capitulates, the French install communist puppets in Germany. So the goal is to try and capitulate as many of those as humanly possible. Okay, I've got no factories. Is 0.02, 150 political power. Oh, so the multiple puppet states are not a unified German state. Well, it depends. It actually depends. It's actually fairly random. Sometimes they'll do like a North German Confederation state and a South German Confederation state. Sometimes they will split it up amongst Prussia, North German Confederation, Bavaria, and the Rhineland. Yeah, like I said, it just depends on how they split it up, because you have like several configurations for how Germany can be split up. It's a very modular system, and it's very well done, I gotta say. How they divide territory in this game, for like post-war split up of land. So I believe in the next couple of patches, they're coming out with a more concrete law for the Kaiserreich universe. So in Kaiserreich at this current moment, like the relative power of ideologies is very unspecific, because they want it to be reasonably plausible that any ideology can take over any nation. But in the next couple of patches, they're going to change that so that it makes it more likely for certain ideologies to survive. Like in Russia, for example, because they lost the First World War, the Russians, and because they won against the communists, the Russians are going to be national populists. So they're going to be led under the Vojt, which is like the Russian version of the Führer. And the Vojt, under, I can't remember the guy's name, I think it's Kalinin or something like that, but essentially he's going to be the generic leader of Russia. It's not like a base game where the AI takes waterfall land. No, it's not like that. So essentially, the way that peace deals are done is that peace deals have the war leader as priority. So, like for example, the faction leader takes priority for taking land. So when France, and also not only that, but nations will only take land that they have claims on. So France, for example, because they're the war leader, and because they also have claims on Germany, France will take this. They'll take pretty much everything that is unclaimed by their allies in Germany, and also the land that is claimed by them. So France claims this, so they'll take Alsace-Lorraine. And I think for everything else, they'll take everything. They'll take everything in Germany. I'm just trying to find a better example here. So Poland, who will usually get claims if they have the national populists in charge under Władysław Sikorski, they will be able to take Prussia, I think, East Prussia, West Prussia, Posen, Upper Silesia. So, like in an example where, let's say the communists defeat Germany, and the Poles also take advantage and take West Prussia, East Prussia, blah, 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 all this shit. Oh man, that's one thing I could have done. I could have made it so that Poland actually joins the war. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably much better. Fuck. I should have done that. Oh well. Well, whatever. That's fine. I'll have a look at doing that later. If I do another run. But the way that also the way that they do puppets, or at least creating states post-war, is they do it through events. They do it through decisions, I think, as well. So decisions and events. Do I have cores on Lithuania? No. It'd be cool if I did. I'm considering, like, if I do fight the Lithuanians after I gain independence, I will just directly annex their land. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, no, definitely. No, I agree with that. I don't like peace deals in base game Hearts of Iron. There's also a really cool peace deal with Bulgaria. Essentially, if you can get them to 50% capitulation, I think Serbia gets the option to give the Bulgarians a peace deal. If the Bulgarians accept, they will have peace, and essentially the Romanians will take the land that they claim, the Serbians and the Greeks will also get the land that they claim, and the war just ends. And usually as a result, because of the early war capitulation and surrender, the Bulgarians will usually fall to national populists or authoritarian democrats with very irredentist leanings. So in the next 5 or 6 years, they will probably join the Reichspakt, which is an alliance with Germany, and try and take their land back. Mexico has joined the Third International. So Bulgaria becomes weaker and smaller, plus the peace deals will come out early. Yeah. No, this mod is probably one of the best mods for Hearts of Iron 4. Plus the Ottomans have a pretty cool, war of their own as well. Essentially, while World War II is happening, the Ottomans will have a big civil war. A big civil war that is brought on with the assistance of the Sultanate of Egypt and the Sultanate in Arabia. The one that survives, either the Sultanate of Najd or the Hashemites. But essentially, the Arab revolt starts and it happens, and the Ottomans have to try and fight that back. The Iranians also fight as well. Ah, right. Yeah, no, my PC is pretty new, so it can deal with that fairly easily. new. Does almost every country have a focus tree, a custom one for going? Yeah, most countries. I think the only exceptions are the Austrian puppets. So these guys don't have. These guys have generic focus trees. Yeah, I don't think I can find any exceptions to the rule. These guys have their own focus trees as well. Oh, Nepal has a generic focus tree. I think these Central Asian states also have generic focus trees. What else? What they have focus trees. Even these guys have focus trees. Dutch East India. Australia has a focus tree. Portugal also has a focus tree. Like, all three of these American states also have focus trees. 4 of them, sorry, I meant. Even New England, there was a puppet, like the American puppet of Canada, has a focus tree. It's insane. Wales has a focus tree as well. If it can create Wales. Oh, nice. Austria-Hungary federalizes. Oh, man. Collins dissolves the Oiraktus. Oh, right, he's become a dictator. Ostwall artillery stations. We're going to go with anti-air next. After that, I'm going to purchase artillery because I need artillery. Yes, they do. Not vassal states. It wouldn't. Oh, even these guys have a focus tree. They don't survive for very long. But they have a focus tree. It's really nice. Yeah, so essentially what happened with Hungary, like a lot of these, so Transylvania, for example, that was formed because the Hungarians fought. Illyria takes Vojvodina. Southern Slovakia is taken by, well, Slovakia. I think Slovakia was created as a state, but I'll have to double check that. Yeah, it does look pretty terrible, but eventually they are going to do that. I'm gonna have to double check. Where do they? Danubian Federation. Alright, let's see. November 1938. So they'll be able to, yeah, they'll be able to turn Hungary, like essentially, Hungary is going to get annexed. So this isn't going to last very long. It's going to get annexed by the Danubian Federation, which is a social democratic. Nice. Why aren't they allied to Germany anymore? Because, well, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think Germany and Austria really. The alliance between them in World War One was really just one of convenience. I don't think the Germans really like the Austrians. No, the Ottomans won't join in. Essentially, West Thrace and Kardasili were ceded to the Ottomans because the Ottomans were threatening to declare war on Bulgaria. Bulgaria did give the Ottomans land, so it's not, yeah. Canada intervenes in the American Civil War. Nice. Oh, so they're fighting the federal government as well. I guess they're fighting on behalf of the Pacific states. Because Edward VIII hasn't taken over Canada as the sole executive. Right, we need more construction equipment. (1938). We want close air support as well. Oh, they could survive. They could survive this. It really seems like the Americans, the federal government, is holding in this pocket, which is usually what you're supposed to do as the federal government. Italy hasn't unified yet. They usually don't. Usually what starts the unification of the Italian government is the Second World War. So the communists usually try and take over, like, the Italian Republic and two Sicilies. I'm actually kind of afraid that the Austrians are going to join the Second World War. If they do, France is fucked. Oh, and the Swiss state has formed because they had to cede Romandy, Upper Savoy, and the Aosta Valley, so they lost most of their possessions. So I think what's going to happen here, yeah. So they're going to take back Romandy, Upper Savoy, and Aosta Valley, but they're also going to take Savoy proper. I'm not sure if they can take anything else. Oh, they can also take Vorarlberg as well. Yeah, they do. They get fucked over quite a lot. It's pretty bad. Famine, 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 famine. How are we going to deal with this? Every owned state loses manpower. Oh, here's one way we can just avoid that. Germans take priority. Yeah. There we go. We get our manpower back. Oh fuck, did I fuck that up? I fucked it up. So I just realised. It's the sink. The computer's right next to the sink. Anyways, India is at war with the Dutch East Indies. So these are the Indonesian separatists. And the Ottomans. Oh, Muscat is at war with Najd. Nisht. Yeah, I think that should be... Alright, nice. So that way you can keep your manpower. The Union of Brazil. This might be good for the communards. Yeah, I think they're going to join the Third International. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure how resistance works with the base game. Because I've always played with La Resistance. I remember that being a big problem when the game was released. Sorry, when the DLC was released. Oh my god, they've joined the Third International. Wow. Getulio Vargas. Yeah, no, it happens with France. Usually France, when they get their because they get loads of resistance issues, they can lose to revolters. It's happened before. So France doesn't have cores on all of Africa. They have cores on North Africa. South Africa, they have issues with. I think that they're able to core it, or they're able to reduce resistance to the point where it's pretty much irrelevant when they build the railway. The capital is a core, I think. Yeah. Let's see. It's an occupied state. That's a core. That's an occupied state. That's a core. So yeah, it's just these 4 territories that are core French states. And they stay as cores as well. Oops, fuck. Ah, fuck. Did I fuck it up? I fucked up, didn't I? Oh, please tell me. Oh, thank God. Alright, that's good. Because I don't want to lose any days. I want to be as effective as I can, because these guys are pretty shit. Puerto Rico declares independence. Where are you, Puerto Rico? There you are. Who's that? Baratia, Nambiland. Oh, Middle Africa collapses. So what happened was, Hermann Goering actually stayed in power, so Middle Africa just completely collapsed because he's practically a Nazi in this universe. So they all rebelled against him. Nice. They've added new portraits for some of these guys, which I kind of like. Yeah, it is free land, isn't it? Oh, these guys are part of the Third International as well. So they're going to join against the French Republic. Oh my god, and the Bulgarians are winning, which like rarely ever happens. I've only seen that once with the AI. I mean, you can win fairly easily just if you're playing as Bulgaria, but the AI usually has a problem trying to fight on like two fronts. This is not good, because Bulgaria is going to join the Reichspakt. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I think maybe Germany, they might have tipped the balance there. So one of the cool things about Bulgaria winning is they take Veria and Chalkidis from Greece, and they also take Kosovo and Nish and Pirot. I think no, Pirot is theirs already, but Nish and Kosovo. I'm not sure about Romania. I think they might take Goltenia, but it's no guarantee. I don't know. Okay, now the Italian reunification is happening. Yeah, I think that's all they do, because they don't have any claims on Romanian territory. But they can take land from Serbia. Well, because they already own Dobruja, technically. Yeah, that's water noises. Yeah, the microphone picks up on everything, so... Nigeria, House of Land. more Judea. What do I have? I don't have enough construction equipment. And anti-tank stations. Do I have anti-tank guns? I have enough anti-tank guns. Oh, what happened there? Social Conservatives and Social Democrats. Oh, nice. Wait, what? And now they're communists. What the fuck? What? I don't get that. I don't fucking get that. Yeah, Iraq and Syria have focus trees. I was actually considering playing as Iraq. Assyria, who spawns here, also has a focus tree as well. What's happening here with the Philippines? Oh, Japan declared war on the Philippines. Alright. Sweden and Norway are at war. I think, oh yeah, because Norway tries to take Jämtland from the Swedes. Oh, and Bohuslän. Fuck, are they losing? What the hell? So Brazil is probably going to join the International. Oh, German East Asia wins against the Indo-Chinese. Yeah, go Sweden. Fuck them up. Sweden, Norway. Yeah, nice. Alright, here's an example of a focus tree from Syria. It's pretty good. Is there no other? Am I not able to get another research thing? I think I'm not. Kind of fat. Ugh. Alright. Oh, nice. Width, 14 width. Okay, let's just get all of these guys. We're gonna go and do that. We need more support equipment. So even though I've done this, I'm just going to keep purchasing construction equipment because this is really useful. Oh, I've already got my fourth. I didn't even realize. My brain just kind of like stopped it. Where did I get it? I got it here. No, I see. Ah. Nice. Alright. Ah, the federal government of Guangzhou. Oh, nice. The leftists are winning in China. They might actually join the Third International, which is... I'm not sure how I feel about that, because I think they're too powerful now. Are they able to do that? No, maybe not. Maybe they can't join the Third International. Oh well, that's a shame. Oh, Shaanxi's still alive. 5th upgrade or assigning elusive gentleman advisor. If I can find that. Oh, there we go. Radio interception group. I want to get these because I want to be able to do encryption. Actually, I don't want to trade with them. That's a bad idea. Trade with the Germans. Yes. Tak, no poszedł. Coming to France. Oh, it's demanding Alsace-Lorraine, so let's just save. BS stands for Baltic State. I'll just point that out. They joined the Istanbul Pact. Nice. Oh, what the hell? Oh no. Oh wow. Actually won against the Armenians. Nice. Federal collapse. Oh, right. What? How are they collapsing? That's weird. Shit. Right. I guess I didn't pick my focus after I researched. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah. Oh, they don't take Kosovo. provinces and things. Oh, Bulgaria declares war on the Ottomans. Nice. Second Weltkrieg. Russian Socialist Republic has declared war on Azerbaijan, so they've got two front war here. They're probably going to win against Azerbaijan. Wow, what? Okay. This is not looking good. Because Ukraine actually might join against us. I think we've lost this. Fuck. Jesus Christ, why haven't they invited everyone else? Or have they? Oh, they have. Okay, so what the fuck happened there? God damn, what the fuck. Right. Gotta leave one guy here. We're gonna reduce the line. Bam. So it's gonna look like this. Keep moving, people. They have a navy. Is that a port? It is a port, isn't it? They do. Okay, good. The French are pushing through, so Germany should be able to collapse. Hopefully. But I am going to encircle a significant portion of their forces. Oh my god, I'm hoping Bulgaria joins the Reichspakt. Fuck. Fucking hell. Wait, what? Why would they retreat there, you fucking morons? Jesus. Okay. My god, like, how are we losing this war? It must be Ukraine. Like, the only thing that's changed, that's different between this war and the others is Ukraine's lack of involvement. I mean, holy shit! damn, what the fuck? Oh yeah, no, that's weird. Very unusual. But I guess it's because the Netherlands joined the Reichspakt. Yeah, that's kind of insane. Holy shit. Oh, that's interesting. So because the Netherlands, I think this is why they're the nationalist populists, because they took Flanders and Brabant. They've got nationalist populists in Wallonia. That's pretty interesting. Obviously, they're not going to be able to do anything because they're part of the same faction. Um, oh fuck! You fucking kidding me? Jesus! God, I've left my front. I'm gonna have to fucking. Oh Jesus! What are you guys doing? All right, 2, 3. Jesus. Jesus. I'm gonna try and do that. What the fuck? Oh, jeez. That's not good. Oh, what the fuck? How did they push through? Oh, man. Oh, damn, it's almost impossible to push them back because they've got, like, superior, like, close air support. Oh, no. Fuck. Now we've lost this for sure. Fucking hell. Oh, that's insane. Yeah, I'm trying to think here. Think about what to do. Not sure if I'm going to do another playthrough. It seems futile. Rather futile for the the United Baltic Duchy. Yeah, it's so hard to find that balance. So you either, in order to become the German state, you need the Germans to be weak enough and also to be strong enough to fight both Russia and France, which is fucking insane. You can't do that as the United Baltic Duchy, really. You don't really have enough time to build up your forces. And your defenses. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to stop.